Afternoon, everyone. It's Friday, February 15th, just after 10 o'clock. Corey and I have been wanting to do a 1-week video for a couple days now, but we kind of wanted to experience like the entire week, and since our first full day was Thursday of last week, we decided that, today would be the appropriate, completion of our first week. So some of our thoughts. I'll go first, and then Corey can, talk, and then we'll just kind of add some things together. Armenia, Gyumri, the city, as we talked about earlier, there's no cement roads. The roads aren't really put together. Oftentimes taxi drivers, bus drivers are swerving into oncoming traffic to avoid potholes or craters. I mean, these are too big to even be called potholes. The city does come off as kind of a gloomy area, but we've noticed that with a lot of your Baltic or Russian countries, Romania, Bulgaria, and Armenia to be, the ones we've been to. But we hear that in the summer that it, livens up. Now, I have noticed there's more trees here than in other old Russian bloc countries have. So it'll probably be greener here when spring and summer come around. The people accept us a lot, told that they enjoy the foreigners, they enjoy Americans. So we've been getting a lot of good vibes from the people here. The apartment, Corey and I, we did a video on the apartment. We like the apartment. I mean, it fits us. It's basic. It's not your, penthouse suite or whatever, which would be too much for us. So, apartment fits. It's getting really warm in the apartment now because the heater's been running since we've been here, and we've been living in here, so the heat's picked up in the house for sure. Training has been going very well, enjoying the training. Excited to meet with some of the #1 guys when they come back from the World Cup after February 21st. So we're only about 7 days away till we can meet and train with some of the #1 guys. So that'll be fun. I'm excited for that. The training in general, as far as strength-wise, duration of practices, it's very much different than what we're used to. There's always a plethora of strength stuff to do after your wrestling practice. And I think that's huge because you're building that strength on top of already fatigued muscle from wrestling, which will make your wrestling stronger. All their movements, all their exercises are sports specific. You're never really lifting, more than your own body weight, like on the bar, or you're lifting a partner. So rope climbs have become huge, pull-ups have become huge, band work has become huge. So we definitely feel like there's going to be a drastic change in our strength and development by the time we come back, if you want
to. Yeah, like Ryan said, we enjoy the country, we enjoy, what we have and what we're doing here. It's kind of funny because Ryan and I go to, one of the same stores pretty much every couple days for the same stuff, and people kind of know like what we go in there for. So I guess you could kind of say that we've become slightly regulars. And then just the people here, as Ryan mentioned, are so accepting of us. They're always very excited. I mean, the first day of practice last week, Thursday, there was tons and tons of kids that like lined up outside of the gym, this little school / training gym, and just, I mean, they wanted to like meet us, and they all like wanted to say hi, and they all worked up as much of their English just to say hi, or hi, how are you, or hello. And I know we've discussed that part of the reason might be because there's just not a lot of tourism in general, but not a lot of just American tourism over here. Seeing that, they don't have like one of the seven wonders of the world, or, something very touristy, especially in a smaller town like Gyumri. And Ryan and I, like Ryan mentioned, we're very used to this apartment. We're very used to cooking for ourselves. We've never had an issue with cooking before. We're trying to get more and more creative with some of our meals as we figure out where to get some of our supplies from town and everything. Training is going great. As we've mentioned, there's always some kind of strength exercise or a series of strength exercises for us to do after practice to put you, not only strengthen your wrestling motions, but also condition those muscles and condition yourself and your mind mentally and emotionally. Sometimes you got to really push through some of those things. After you go through quite a few live goes on the feet, and then you got to go and do rope climbs and do some bridges, and then at the end, do 10 minutes of band work. I mean, 10 minutes can be a long time working on the band, so definitely conditions you physically, mentally. It's definitely great seeing the difference in the training atmospheres and also the similarities as well in the U.S. Training atmosphere compared to the Armenian training atmosphere. And then now we're just really trying to find things to do, during the day and everything. There's been mention that we might be going to a soccer game here in Gyumri, but right now after this first week, it's been a great trip, and look forward to the next 16 weeks of this trip.
Yeah, so that's kind of our input from week one. Finishing up some strength and exercise footage for